Okay, so Monday, August 1st, 2022, 4:19 p.m. Eastern Time. Somebody's walking. Black guy dipping here, Chad Films here, Chad Xavier Films here, Chad Trades, right? So we're just filming, bro, trying to get our footage back up on top of having to write, it's like, you know, if we had the footage, we could have still been writing and working with the footage for movies and multiple movies and just wouldn't have even been pilots. It would have been like pilots for documentaries of me, but and my growth as an artist and shit. It was just like fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be filming every day now for hours on top of still sitting down for hours and typing, writing the narration, the monologue, the scripts, and a spy novel. Eventually, cranked that out. Spy novel, knocked that out. Spy script, stories about spies, and just when I was sitting like somewhere, either right out there on the steps or inside, I started thinking, I can't remember where because I started zoning out, but that's crazy. Where was I? But it might have been right there. It was like, do a film because because the lady wants me to write a film for her anyway, so I could write the film for her to like make it if she wants to make this shit. I just write it and see, yo, you want this shit? Nah, I'll make this shit, whatever. But I'll just publish it, as writing. But if you fuck with this, like, you can make this shit, like, and if you want to act as the teacher, because that's what I was gonna do. I was like, I'll be the teacher, because like that was the concept. It was like, what would I teach my kid, right? Because that's one of the audio files I lost. It was a audio film script. I freestyle impromptu, spit out off the dome a film script, with the probably the actual stage directions cut over here and stage directions here and dialogue in the center. You know what I'm saying? And really did that in April of 2017, the actual project. So do that again, right? What would I teach my kid, right? And then I flipped it to like, what would I teach your kid, right? Then I was like, oh, I'm a teacher, and I was like, well, if I was a teacher, they fired me because of like what I, like, and then it just dawned on me the fact that like that's your only weapon against the curriculum of the American public school system. Like, this is a challenge to the American public school system to say that I'm an exception of what normally comes out of you, of what you produce, but the American public school system is on some bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's magnet schools that make the difference, bro. Get to a magnet school, a public school that has a magnet program. Now you're good. Doesn't matter what the program is, bro. Just get in the magnet program. You'll get really good at what they are doing. Find a magnet program for something you're interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, magnet program. So, like, I was lucky. Born in Florida. So, it's a bush state. So, I was lucky. You know, um, wasn't always a bush state, but I was lucky. You know, Florida used to be George Smathers, right? George Smathers. Hey, shout out to George Smathers. Like, they made documentaries about him. He's a legend in politics. George Smathers, like, you know. So he was real cool. Like, what did he do? He was Central America. Yeah, Central America. They call me crazy. Listen, Central America. 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 Florida. No, I mean, like, because I'm from America. I'm born in America. Like I would start talking like I don't really talk English because that would be easy to do because I really talk English. I don't understand uh, how you say it, right? Like I think that's the funniest way to be an actor. Say the words like someone is who English is their second language and never have a second language. Like that would be the joke to mess with the whole film. That's the like I don't know what that is. That's like it just makes the person watching it wanna just smack themselves like like when I say smack yourself, that's what I want you to do. Just like that, like instant replay, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's where you edit it yourself and do it instant replay. You're like, ah yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just leaving behind the puzzle, so you put the pieces together. I'm leaving behind the pieces together. You put the puzzle together. I'm sorry, you're drunk. Like you hurt me, bro. Don't rewind that. Right? And, like I'm just chilling, right? It's like getting this footage back 5,000 gigabytes, and then getting 5,000 gigabytes in stock footage, and then writing a bunch of narrations and publishing that into novels, and then reading that as the film audio, and then chop that up with the stock footage and go from there doing that, and then just keep filming the different like documentaries about myself, who I am, and then doing like the other documentaries about whatever else and movies and stuff, and working on that. So but I do think that's gonna be really good, like writing movies about teachers, cause like I just envision that being really really great. Like I had to watch Dead Poet Society because I hadn't seen it because it came out years before I was born, and I never had it. I think I had an opportunity to watch it. Yeah, I did have an opportunity though. I did like try to start or something, but yeah, there was like one time I could watch it. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, okay. So yeah, but I do have to go and find it and watch it and just see bring that feeling because like I would envision it even having to be like a TV show or just a movie trilogy. Just like if I just do my stuff like movies, since I like movies, like because if anything, forget TV shows, go with miniseries because I have so many projects. It's really miniseries. That's why I try to write my stuff now, like cinematic universe. So I just include a bunch of different concepts into one. So it's like the movie would almost be like genreless because it's like two, three, four genres and stuff, different stuff in there. It's just concepts within the concepts. It's just a film of rabbit holes of concepts because it's really set up just as a pilot for just showing examples. So I would naturally want to show more examples in case you didn't really like the one I was showing you at the moment. So just in case you don't like this, and if you did, you're like, oh, and then if you like the next ones, then you're like, oh, okay, he's gonna be fire, like it's the pilot. So I have so many ideas. I really want to do mine like a universe. It's the David Crichton experience. It's just like Jimi Hendrix. It's the David Crichton experience. It's the David Crichton experience. You know what I'm saying? The David Crichton experience. The David Crichton experience. I'm sorry, I keep saying it like a chant. The David Crichton experience. The David Crichton experience. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you're gonna feel like watching like the stuff that I made like that. Like I'm writing right now. Like I'm writing my character to talk like a mob guy. He'll be black. He's gonna talk like just Italian American. He's just gonna talk. He's gonna speak English like Italian American speak English. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be just awesome, funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing it. It's easier for me to write it like John Gotti and all the different, just whatever kind of cadence comes to mind for that type of character. I write that inside there, so you're gonna feel all of the different types of whatever I've seen of that, and can envision and how I say things and stuff. Like, hey, you mean like this, and I'm saying, well, what do you mean? Like forget about it. Like that's one way, and then you have other ways, and then you have like the Sonny Corleone way, and then you have your what I'm saying, like the John Gotti way, and then you have the Neil Della Croce way, and just you know what I'm saying, all that. So many of them. You know what I'm saying? There's hundreds of them. Just you know what I'm saying? Just hoodlums, right? Can we agree? Mafia is full of very intelligent hoodlums. Bunch of hoodlums in Manhattan. In suits. Hoodlums. In suits. Why do they wear suits? Because they're hoodlums. How else are they gonna dress? They have guns, knives, grenades, bombs, pipes, bricks, hammers, saws. Everything you don't want around you in their pocket. Politicians, everything. Just, hoodlums. Hoodlums, right? Who am I? Bobby Kennedy, right? Jokes, right? Hoodlums. Bunch of heathens, you know? But researching the mob history is extremely fun because it's just like, what's their problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, money, you know what I'm saying? But like, the brilliance of what they did was like cool, but it's just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, they just made this fantasy world and took it real well. You know what I'm saying? They made a secret fantasy world. They made a secret world and just conquered the real world with it. It was just cool, but crime itself is just sticky, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's crazy. So it's like, it makes me want to really work on like film noir as well, like study older genres and study the emerging genres at the same time, the emerging technologies that will be affecting film and stuff. And then yesterday, that made me think of like, since I originally started off wanting to do sci-fi, and now I'm doing all this investing stuff. And what am I investing in? Emerging industries, emerging technologies. Where technology is automatically sci-fi, and emerging technologies, futurism type stuff, futurist stuff. That's sci-fi. Boom. Pick every industry you're investing in, right? Movies about that and make it sci-fi, and then make it analogies for investing as well, and some not, but some, you know, make it like that. Sci-fi movies about investing and based on one sector, basically. Each movie one sector, because you're gonna have trilogies, so each movie one sector, one sector, one sector, um, one sector each, like trilogy or whatever. So pick, yeah, because some might have 5 industries in a sector, 8 industries, so that would kind of be like one. Like, I would just have to include all of the industries in one story, basically, no matter how much is in there, basically, in one story, and then I can make as many stories about that as I want, but do it like that, no matter how many industries are in there, one story, because just in case, like, you need something extra for the story, like, you know, like biometrics, and then maybe you don't have a story just about biometrics, but can you do a story just about biometrics? It's like a real, like, it's a real challenge. Like, it's just a self challenge I do to myself as an artist. Like, that's how I approach this. It's like, okay, we're gonna write this script like about the teacher. So we're gonna have the teacher in front of the students, as many students as we can get, right? Boom, okay. And then it'll be the first day of class, right? It'll be class, right? Okay, first day of class. So the teacher comes in, right? Normally class is like, you know, rambunctious, right? That's because you're lying to these kids and they know it. So now look, about certain things. So you go in there as the teacher, and then you have you just start talking, and the talk itself is so honest and powerful that they just shut the fuck up because you're just telling them something they know, like the wildest stuff ever, and like they'll probably crack up laughing throughout that, but like you'll be doing that, talking to them about that, and then they will they will you'll keep talking for the whole first class, and then it'll be over. So it's just a long speech for the teacher, and then a few dialogue from the students. They'll each have some dialogue, but it'll be mostly because it's first day. It's first day. So if you come in first day, like this is how real life's really gonna be after you get out of here. So it's like a school. Like in the movie, it's a school that's not a school. It's not like it's a school, but it's not a public American. Like it's just gonna show what I said. Like I said, American public education, right? Okay, boom. In the film, I'm gonna have it straight PG, G rated, cause it's kids. Everything kids for kids, right? It's not like an adult movie starring kids. You know what I'm saying? R-rated movie with a bunch of kids. Nah, it's gonna be as clean as possible, and just tell them the truth about life, like, and just all of that. And it's gonna be so heartwarming, heartfelt, like when the lady sees it, and she might really want to make it herself, just because it's like, if you can't see how powerful that is, like I was trying to tell her, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like my films are bombs. Like this film, if I'm gonna do this, write this, it has to really send a really powerful message. Like if it was gonna be the last project I ever was able to work on and release before I died, like what would I make? And then you do it like that, even though I have an entire long list of the most important things. But as far as just different ideas adding to that, okay, that's definitely one of the most important things I could say. Like if it was gonna be a last message in a film, boom, that right there is just the fact that like the American public school system curriculum needs to change. Just change the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're so stubborn. Just change the curriculum. What do you mean? Like change the curriculum. And so boom, you make a movie, you show it. The curriculum, show it. Just that's a whole series, that's a whole TV show, that's a whole mini series. That in itself, just like these films are actually like, and when I say it like that, I say it like this film is a political weapon. And then it's like, oh gosh, Shad, why do you do that? You're black, man, they're gonna smack you. Only because I'm black and I'm not already smacked. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not my fault I went to the zoo magnet. It made me intelligently wild, boy. You know what I'm saying? I saw a girl like lose her virginity on the bench at the zoo. I had to be the lookout. And then like they kept doing it. Like they would do like chicken and brave in class and full blown hand jobs in class, and then we had to go to it was a special field trip to like Orlando, like Epcot, one of those places, right? Like it was Epcot. I got to go. They chose not to go. Both of them didn't go. I went. I'm with the teacher, so I don't know where they are, but I'm with the teacher. They do that shit again and get caught. I'm not there. They bugging. They just straight bugging on Chaz not here and just. Stuff. They were bugging, right? I gotta tell the story later, but like they were like, "Oh, Chaz not here, right?" They get caught. Then we come back, and the teacher, has to talk to them, and then he comes to me privately. It's like, I feel like you know about this, or you knew it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but like I was with him, so you can't do nothing. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's why he kept me out of me the